Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into something every man wants to know. What are the traits that truly captivate women? These aren't just surface-level qualities, they're timeless, high-value traits rooted in confidence, character, and a stoic mindset. We'll explore the 7 high-value traits no woman can resist, inspired by the principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that has shaped some of the greatest leaders and thinkers in his history. Whether you're looking to elevate your relationships or improve yourself, these traits will help you unlock the best version of who you are. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand these traits, but also how to apply them in your everyday life. Let's get started. If you're serious about unlocking the highest form of attraction, you must first become a man who is more than just a shadow of others. You must embody traits that are rare, traits that demand respect. This isn't for the faint of heart. If you want to be the man women are irresistibly drawn to, then listen closely until the very end, because we are about to reveal the high-value traits no woman can resist in a man-confident demeanor. Let's confront the truth without confidence. You're invisible. You can have wealth, looks, or intelligence, but if you lack that commanding presence, you'll never hold her attention. Or anyone else's confidence isn't an option. It's a necessity. It's the unshakable belief that you are enough, that no one's approval is required for you to stand tall. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire with this mindset. Writing waste. No more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Are you wasting time? Or are you becoming women? Don't just notice confidence. They feel it. It's in the way you walk into a room, the way you hold your gaze, and the way your voice doesn't wait when you speak. Your truth. Confidence is primal. It signals dominant stability and leadership qualities hardwired into their psychology to seek out. If you don't have it, they will look elsewhere. Believe me, they always do. But here's the brutal reality. Many men fake it. They puff up their chests, throw around bravado, and hope no one notices their fragile core. Let me tell you something harsh. True confidence cannot be faked. It's born in discomfort, forged in discipline, and solidified through action. It's built when you refuse to quit, when you overcome failure, and when you show up for yourself every single day. Without that foundation, any facade you put on will crumble the moment it's tested. Warrior, ask yourself this. Do you move through life as if you own your destiny, or are you tiptoeing afraid of being judged? The difference between the two isn't talent or luck, it's mindset. Confidence is knowing that no one can give or take your worth because it's rooted in your core. It's not loud. It doesn't beg for attention. It's the steady flame that burns within, impossible to extinguish. And if you're waiting for permission to start, here it is. Stop waiting. You don't need validation from anyone, not her, not society, not your past. A high-value man doesn't wait for the stars to align. He moves boldly through life, knowing the only approval he needs is his own. Now ask yourself, are you that man? Yet if not, what's stopping you too? And pathetic listening. Let's get one thing straight. Most men don't listen. They tolerate noise, they nod, zone out, and wait for their turn to speak. And then they wonder why women pull away, why they're labeled emotionally unavailable. Here's the harsh truth. If you can't truly listen, you're just another forgettable man in a sea of mediocrity. Empathetic listening isn't passive. It's an act of strength. It's not just hearing her words. It's understanding her emotions, her unspoken fears, and her hidden desires. Women crave this connection more than anything else. Believe me, she will choose the man who listens deeply over the one who only talks about himself every single time. It's biological. Women are wired to seek emotional safety, and if you can't provide it, she'll looking for someone who can epic us. Once said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak, yet most men live as if they have 2 mouths and no ears, too busy talking to ever understand. Don't be that man. When you listen, truly listen, you separate yourself from 99% of men who are too self-absorbed to care. You show her that you're not just present physically, but emotionally, and that's rare. That's irresistible. Now let me be harsh for a moment. If you can't master this skill, you'll always be a step behind. She'll confide in someone else, connect with someone else, and eventually choose someone else. Listening isn't a skill, it's a survival tool in the game of relationships. So ask yourself, when she speaks, are you genuinely present, or are you just pretending to be because she knows the difference? And if you're not truly listening, you've already lost her 3 chivalrous manners. Let's not sugarcoat this. Most today have forgotten how to be men. They've abandoned the strength and grace that define true masculinity for centuries. Chivalry isn't outdated, it's rare. And rarity is power when you hold the door walk on the side closest to the street straw, or stand when she enters the room. You're sending a clear message: I'm not like the rest. And trust me, women notice chivalry isn't about impressing her, it's about respect. Respect for her and for yourself. Alexander the Great once said, I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. What's your teacher? The values you choose to live by. Chivalry isn't weakness, it's a reflection of strength, so unshakable that you can afford to show kindness without losing your edge. But here's the harsh reality. Some of you think chivalry makes you a nice guy. You've been lied to. Women don't reject kindness. They reject men who are kind because they backbone. If you think opening a door or paying for dinner entitles you to her affection, you're not chivalrous, you're manipulative. Chivalry is selfless. It's doing the right thing because it's who you are, not because of what you expect in return. Ask yourself, warrior, when was the last time you acted with honor, simply because it was the right thing to do? When was the last time you stood firm, not because someone was watching, but because your values demanded it? Chivalry is a dying art because most men are too weak to embody it. They think vulnerability is dangerous, that kindness makes them soft. But here's the truth. Kindness without weakness is lethal. It's the mark of a man who can protect and cherish simultaneously. Believe me, women crave this balance. It's wired into their psychology to seek a man who can lead without dominance, care without submission. The chivalrous man doesn't just stand out, he becomes unforgettable for sense of humor. Let's face it, if you can't make her laugh, you'll never make her stay. Women are drawn to humor like a moth to flame, not because it's cute, but because it's powerful. A sharp sense of humor doesn't just entertain, it disarms, intrigues, and captivates. It shows her you're not rattled by life's chaos, that you can stand in the storm and smile, and believe me, that's irresistible. But let me be harsh. Most men get this wrong. They confuse humor with clowner. They crack desperate jokes, try too hard to be funny, and end up embarrassing themselves. Real humor isn't forced, it's effortless. It's the wit that comes from confidence, the charm that stems from intelligence. Women can smell insecurity and humor a mile away, and if your jokes are a mask for self-doubt, she'll lose respect faster than you can blink. Look at the great leaders of history, Marcus Aurelius. For example, in his writings, he acknowledged life's absurdities with a calm, knowing perspective. He wasn't bitter, he was amused. Humor at its core is stoic. It's the ability to laugh at life, to show that no failure, no obstacle can shake your resolve. When you embody this, you're not just funny, you're magnetic. And here's a psychological truth you need to hear. Humor creates emotional bonds when you make her laugh. You're not just entertaining her, you're creating moments. She'll replay in her mind long after you're gone. Laughter triggers dopamine, the feel-good chemical, and guess what? She'll associate that feeling with you. But if your humor is crude, overbearing, or comes at someone else's expense, you'll achieve the opposite: disgust instead of attraction. So, warrior, ask yourself, this is your humor a reflection of your strength, or is it a shield for your insecurities? Do you use it to connect or to cover up? Women don't want a jester, they want a king who can lighten the weight of the world with a single clever remark. If you can master this balance, you'll be unforgettable. But if you can't, then let me be honest, you'll fade into the background. Like so many others who never understood the true power of a genuine laugh. 5. Physical fitness. Let's stop pretending this doesn't matter. Your body is your first statement to the world. It speaks before you do. A strong, disciplined physique isn't just attractive, it's a signal of who you are. It tells her you're a man who takes charge, who doesn't shy away from hard work, who respects himself enough to invest in his own strength. Believe me, women notice this more than they'll ever admit, but here's the harsh truth. Too many men ignore this. They let their health slip, blaming time, genetics, or excuses that hold no weight. Do you think a man like Alexander the Great led armies across continents with a weak body and weaker will? He understood that physical strength was inseparable from mental strength. He trained not just for war, but for respect, his own and that of others. If you neglect your body, you're not just losing physical appeal, you're telling the world and her that you don't value yourself. And let's be clear, this isn't about her aesthetics, it's about discipline. The gym isn't just a place to build muscle, it's a crucible where excuses are burned away. Every drop of sweat, every rep, every moment of pain is proof that you're willing to endure for growth. Women are drawn to this, not because they care about six-packs, but because they admire what it represents. Dedication, resilience, and the ability to push through discomfort. Psychologically, fitness is tied to dominance. A fit man exudes confidence, vitality, and capability traits. Women are biologically wired to seek in a partner. Studies show that physical fitness is directly linked to higher testosterone levels, which affect not just your appearance, but your charisma, energy, and even the way you carry yourself when you walk into a room, fit and poised. Your presence alone commands attention. So, warrior, ask yourself, what does your body say about you right now? Is it a testament to your discipline or a monument to your excuses? The truth is harsh but simple. If you can't control your body, you can't control your life. She knows it, and deep down, so do you. Physical fitness isn't just about looking good, it's about being ready for challenges, for opportunities, for life itself. If you're not prepared, someone else will be. 6. Grooming in style. Let's cut to the chase. Your appearance is your armor, the way you groom yourself, the clothes you choose, the details you care for. These are all signals, loud and clear, about how much respect you have for yourself. Believe me, women notice, they notice everything. And here's the harsh truth. If you look like you don't care, neither will she. Grooming isn't vanity. It's mastery over the small things. It's making sure your beard is sharp, your skin is clean, and your scent is unforgettable, not overpowering. Women have a heightened sense of smell, biologically wired to detect pheromones and signals of vitality. A man who smells fresh, who carries an air of understated confidence, leaves a lasting impression. But neglect this, and you'll blend into the crowd of forgettable faces. Style is no different. It's not about expensive brands or flashy trends. It's about owning your look. A well-fitted suit, a crisp shirt, even the way you roll your sleeve. Saint speaks volumes. It says, I am a man of standards. Marcus Aurelius didn't wear his robes with carelessness. Every detail of a great leader's appearance reflected his discipline and thought. If you think clothes don't matter, ask yourself why every powerful figure in history paid attention to them. Style is communication, plain and simple. But let me be harsh. Most men sabotage themselves by being lazy or indifferent. They think grooming is unnecessary, that style is superficial. These are the same men who wonder why they get overlooked, why they're not taken seriously. Women are biologically drawn to men who display traits of order and refinement. It's a signal of mental and emotional stability. A disheveled man doesn't just look messy, he feels messy. Psychologically, grooming and style are tied to confidence. When you look good, you feel good, and that confidence radiates in your posture, your tone, your entire presence. A man who takes care of himself projects dominance, not aggression, but control. And let's be real, women crave control, not chaos. So warrior, look in the mirror. What do you see? Are you presenting yourself as a man of value or as someone who doesn't even respect himself? Grooming and style aren't about impressing others. They're about embodying your own worth. And if you can't do that, why should she see it in you? The truth is harsh, but deniable. How you present yourself determines how the world and women respond to you. 7. Emotional maturity. Emotional maturity isn't about controlling your emotions, it's about understanding them, embracing them, and using them to your advantage. Too many men live in the shadow of their emotions, letting anger, jealousy, or fear dictate their actions. But true strength lies in not allowing these emotions to own you. Instead, you own them. You don't react to life's challenges. You respond to them with calm reason and self-discipline. This is what separates the boys from the men. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics to ever live, ruled an empire. But what set him apart was his ability to maintain his emotional composure amidst the chaos of leadership, when his generals failed him, when his empire was on the brink of collapse. Marcus didn't lash out. He turned inward, reflecting on his own emotions, understanding his response, and then making decisions from a place of calm wisdom. This is the power of emotional maturity. Women wired to seek emotional stability, and they will instinctively gravitate toward a man who demonstrates it. Women are drawn to men who don't crumble when things get tough. They want a man who can handle adversity with strength, not one who lashes out in anger or insecurity. Emotional maturity is about taking responsibility for your feelings instead of projecting them onto others. It's about not letting your emotions dictate your decisions, but using them as a compass to stay grounded, steady, and calm. When you act from a place of emotional maturity, you become the steady force in a woman's life. You are someone she can rely on, someone who doesn't get lost in drama or overreact to small problems. You become a man who leads with wisdom, who knows when to be gentle and when to be firm. Women are not attracted to chaos. They are attracted to men who can create peace, not just in their own lives, but in the lives of those they care about. So, warrior, ask yourself, how do you react when life challenges you? Do you let your emotions take over, or do you master them? The path to emotional maturity is not easy. It requires self-awareness, control, and responsibility. But when you walk that path, you build a foundation of trust, respect, and admiration. And that's the kind of emotional strength that no woman can resist. So, warrior, it's time to look in the mirror and face the truth. You either accept this path of growth and mastery, or you stay stagnant. Like the countless men who have forgotten the traits we've shared with you today, they're not just for attracting women, they're for building the life you were meant to lead. High-value men don't beg for attention. They earn it. They don't chase, they command. It's time to stop being like the rest. It's time to be the man who stands tall, unwavering in his power, his presence, and his purpose. If you're ready to level up, to rise above the noise, and become a man who can't be ignored, then leave a comment saying challenge accepted, and don't just stop there. Like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Your journey toward becoming the highest version of yourself starts now, but only if you're truly committed to the grind. Remember, this is not for everyone, but it's for you, if you dare.